Hi, I'm Charmayne James, 11-time world champion barrel racer. I retired from competing in 2004. I have my two boys, Tyler and Austin. I'm a full-time mom. They play baseball, I travel with them. But what else I'm doing is I teach barrel racing schools, and I have a huge love for teaching. You know, when I first started teaching, the biggest thing that I was always worried about the horses and concerned about the horses. And when I had my first son, I thought, oh my gosh, all these people are somebody's daughter or son or whoever, and I need to love these people and take care of them. And so I now have just grown to love what I do. I love teaching, and it's not just about taking care of the horse. The one thing that I really focus on is making your horse love it, working on the mechanics, the fundamentals. I've watched videos of myself. I've gone out in the arena, measured the tracks, tried to figure out where, I wanted the horses to land. So just after all that study, and one of the things that I was really successful at was being able to keep the barrels up, not knocking any barrels down. And so studying my hands versus other people's hands, looking at their line of sight, paying attention to where they're looking, the timing, the depth perception. And so when I started teaching, I started integrating all these things together, just trying to get it where people love their horses, learn how to take care of them, love what they're doing, because not everybody wants to just go out and ride the horse. They want to go out and win. So I want to teach people how to win, how to compete, how to have that winning attitude. It's just about being positive and working hard. There's really no big secrets about it. It's just having that, knowing that you can win. You do have to have a horse that's fast. But at my clinics, I usually take about 32 students. I start off the clinic the first day, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I get on and I ride everybody's horses through the barrel pattern, just so that I get a feel of what that horse feels like. Because when that horse is out there and you're watching him, he may feel totally different under your hands and your seat than what you see. So if I can know that horse by getting on him and riding him, it's going to help me do a much better job of teaching that rider what they need to do. And also I'll watch that rider go through, and a lot of people are always real nervous before they see me go through. I'm like, just go have fun, go do what you normally do. It's okay. I just want to see if I can see any soreness in your horse, if that horse blows wide off of a turn, if he goes wide, just how he's tracking, just to see some things that I might be able to actually make him stay in those lines, make him use his body better, looking for all those kind of things. In that first day, I'll go over what we're going to work on, how we're going to hold our hands, how we're going to use our feet. We're going to work on training our eyes. We're going to work on where we want our horse to track around the barrels. I'll go over that before we actually start the drills. Also, on that Thursday night, I have an equine dentist that comes in, and he's going to give a presentation of that horse's mouth, how it's constantly changing all the time, and how, just having things like a bit seats in that horse's mouth so the bit slides up the teeth is going to make your bit work better. And we really need to be able to ride these horses into that bit. So we want that mouth in good shape where they're not going to be hurting, because if a horse is not hurt, he is going to be able to perform a whole lot better if he's not hurt. And we don't want a horse with ulcers, if he's stressed, if he's worried about getting cut up when you pull the bit. That it's just kind of causes this whole circle of things that's not really the way you want. So once we do that dentistry lecture on Thursday night, we go into Friday and Saturday, where we work on drills in the morning. And what we work on in the drills, how we're working our hands, our fundamentals, our legs, where our horses are tracking. Then we put that actually on the barrel pattern. And we'll go through slow, we'll go through fast. And a lot of times people will know what they need to do with their hands, but they need repetition and habit of somebody watching them to go through. So they begin to learn over time, and sometimes if a rider's used to, we don't ever want to take our hands across the mane. So if a rider's used to riding this way going into the barrels, it's going to take a significant amount of practice. They say 21 days to break a habit, and that's if you're working at it. So we want to be able to make sure that these hands stay, within an area and it's not crossing over the neck. On the last day of the clinic, I do a timed race, because whenever you start adding in the anxiety and the nervousness of getting ready to compete, there's always some things that crop up that we may be able to help with, and just getting our riders and horses more in tune with how to compete and how to get ready. One thing I do, and I change this up throughout the clinic, sometimes I do it Saturday morning, sometimes I do it Saturday night, but we all sit down and we have a question and answer session, but I also go through how to mentally prepare for your race and how to get ready for that. And you know, the biggest thing I can say, if you're watching this right now, being the most positive you can be is your best answer. And you not only work up to that being positive every day with every action that you do, because now it's like working a muscle out. It's like getting ready for a cross-country race. You're just building up for that. So we're going to go through a lot of that at the clinic as well. We're going to have fun. We're going to make sure your horses are having a good time and learning how to take care of them so they can go out and compete. And that's probably the biggest thing you're going to learn at my clinics. I don't want anybody to think that I feel like I'm better than you because I have won a lot. I feel like that being able to teach is such a blessing, to be able to go out and improve the lives of the horses, improve the lives of the people. And, you know, we're not having to abuse the horses or mistreat them to get them to do something. We want them to love it, because a horse that loves his job is going to go out there and give you his all every time. If you want more information about the clinics, you can go to charmaynejames.com. You can email me. I handle all the emails on my end, so if you have any questions, you can email me. There should be a complete list of clinics across the country. I do travel international, been to Australia, go to Canada quite frequently, been to Brazil. So if you're interested in a clinic in your area, please contact me, or if you're just wanting to attend, go on the website and charmaynejames.com and look it up.